I was buying property when nobody wanted to be over here. What other people were scared of, I saw opportunity. Money talks, wealth whispers. So I could buy all this stuff and nobody knows it's mine. When you poor, you looking at the ceiling like, God, all I need is some money. When you get money, you're looking at the ceiling like, God, please don't let me lose this money. Everything's a process, but we in such a fast-paced time right now. It's like everybody's chasing feelings and moments. Nobody's building anything anymore.
So what's going on? It's your boy Aristotle Investments. I got a special episode of Kicking with the OGs where we on foot, we on ground because I'm here to learn from one of the best to ever do it in Atlanta. You feel me? Came to Atlanta by the way of Philly. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Cliff, man. I'm North Philly Cliff.
North Philly Cliff.
From North Philly.
Yeah.
I love this city, love Atlanta. This is what I'm all about.
Let's
man, I'm happy that you took some time to come see me.
Nah, I got to, and I want to come out often just to learn behind the scenes because, you know, I told you my situation. I need something to do with my cash. So,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for teaching me for
sure,
it. And,
for
you
sure.
know, being a new mentor of mine.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's somebody I pull up on, get
Anytime.
game. You know what I'm saying? Before I bought the building, we was consulted with him about, you know, how we should go about it. He told us some shit. We didn't listen, and it blew up in our face.
But it's all good, though.
Yeah.
It's all good, though. Yeah, it's all good.
I mean, we tried. All I did was post me a picture, and it still blew up.
I said, hey, look, you got to be mindful of that shit, but, you know.
It is what it is,
you know,
man.
yeah,
But yeah, so, all right, so first of all, where are we?
First of all, we live in the Bluff. Well, it's no longer called the Bluff. We're on the west side, English Avenue, right here down the street from the Mercedes-Benz, you know, one of the hottest areas in Atlanta right now. That's where we at currently.
All right, we on the Bluff. Snow on the Bluff.
Remember
Curtis,
that?
Yeah,
Remember
Curtis
Kurt?
Snow.
Yeah, shout out Kurt. He used to rent one of my motherfucking apartments.
Okay, so you know him.
I know him personally.
All right, so he know Kurt.
I know
Snow
Kurt
on the Bluff.
personally.
He really from the Bluff?
He really from the Bluff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kurt really from the Bluff.
Authenticity.
His little brother, wild little motherfucker. Really from the Bluff. You hear me? I love both of them niggas. They wild.
You know who that is. Hey, oh, his sister be hanging out with him.
Okay.
Yeah, his sister
all right,
real
so you
cool
know what
with
it
him.
is. Yeah.
Actually, my cousin, too. He
Okay.
my cousin, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, my cousin be hanging out with
Yeah,
Curtis
they from
Snow.
the Bluff, Bluff, yeah.
My folks from Pittsburgh, though.
Okay, yeah.
Neighborhood.
I own a couple things over there.
In Cleveland Ave in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You own some Cleveland Ave, too?
No, Pittsburgh.
Why not Cleveland?
So it's funny you should ask me that. My man just pulled up on me 2 days ago. He trying to sell 6 townhouses off Cleveland that he bought about 10 years ago. He was like, damn, Cliff, I want $50,000 for each. I just ain't made it over there. It was 2 days ago.
All right. Yeah, that's my home. So
What
I
you
want to, you know what I'm saying?
We can talk about it. We can talk about it. Yeah, but that's what he asked for. So you know what I mean.
Okay.
It can get better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, for sure.
50,000 for some. Yeah. Okay.
4 bedroom, 2 bathroom joints.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
So, you told me that you did every single thing in real estate. Can you talk to me about that?
Man, listen. I bought my first properties out of college. Right. Went and got an emergency loan.
What year was this?
This was 2002.
2002.
Right. 2002.
You were a freshman in college?
No, I was a junior.
Junior. Okay.
Yeah. I go find out it was a estate sale. 2 properties was on sale. People had passed away.
And what college were you going to?
I was at Georgia State at the time.
Georgia State.
Yeah, I was at Georgia State, right?
Okay.
So what I did was I go down the administration.
Right.
I get emergency loan. They give me 12,000. Back then you only had to put down 2%, 3%. Right. So the 11,000 got me both properties. I paid 105 for each property. 6 months later, I sold both of them for 275 each. Right. So I called my mom, said I'm done. I know what I want to do the rest of my life. So I took that bread and I went and purchased crazy.
You dropped out of college after you.
Literally, I took that
Your
cash.
junior year, you had 1 more year.
So I'm done. Took that cash, went and bought properties everywhere, here and Philly. Never looked back. Don't sell nothing, ain't sold nothing in 22 years. I keep everything.
All off that.
All off everything, right? But what I will say is, as far as being a part of, I'm doing every facet of it. So let's say, for an example, people came to me like, damn, I want to do a flip. I've done flips with people and they've sold them. You know what I mean? I've got some money off of the partnerships and things like that. But my everything I've solely owned, I've never sold. Except those first 2. After those first 2,
you never sold since 2002.
That was it.
Okay, so I gotta ask this: what got you in the mindset of financial literacy in the first place? Like, how did you even know that I got to? Because most guys, especially back in the day when people didn't have financial literacy, they would have thought they struck gold there and then just balled out from there. What made you say I got to keep going from here? What gave you that mindset?
Well, here's where I come from. We come from dog shit. You know what I mean? So when you get your opportunity, you like, I'm gonna hold on to this shit. You know what I mean? That's what happens.
Yeah.
And so for me, it was always like, look, we ain't got nothing anyway, so I'm gonna roll the dice.
Right.
I ain't gonna fuck my neighbor with no Macy's credit card. I'm gonna fuck my neighbor with some big shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it just played out. So once I got my hands on it, I said, all right, I ain't gonna fuck this up. So I just kind of, you know how you motherfucker cheat on your paper, you do this move?
Right.
I just hugged my shit. And I was like, no, it was slow money. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
It was slow money. It was because you was only making a few $100s, right? So at the time, I got a couple properties, I'm making a few $100s, and I got a job, right? So I'm working my job, I got that. But what's happening is $400 might be $400 a day, but it's $700 3 years later, right? So now you got a kid, your kid, my son, now that's childcare.
Right.
So $700 to a motherfucker that make quick money, that's pivotal for me. After a while, that $700 turned to $1,100. You understand what I'm saying? Now that's a car note and insurance. Some shit from 20 years ago. So over time, I always understood equity, I always understood numbers, always understood that shit. And like I always tell you, it's a patient game. It's accumulated over time. So I was never in a real hurry to just cash out and ball.
So it was a point of time after you started investing, you kept, one thing I know is in order for a person to keep going in their careers, they have to keep educating themselves.
Yeah.
So you dropped out of college and you went to school for yourself.
So
what more, can I ask what education did you take in order to learn more real estate?
For sure. So I became a real estate agent while I was in college. So while I was in college, I was always knee deep in books, learning this shit before I decided to drop out. I went to school for financial management. So I was learning finances in college, but I was learning real estate while in college because I just was fascinated by that shit, right? Because I realized if done right, it'll afford you a lot of time, right? So nigga like me, mom got to work every day, ain't no dad around, nobody around for you. So I said, whatever the fuck I do in life, it's going to allot me time.
So your father wasn't in your life?
No, hell no, right?
Damn.
So I'm like, listen, I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's going to allot me time. That was my number one goal, time. So I said, damn, real estate, if you got enough of this, if it's a quantity game, it'll give you some time, right? To spend with your family, be with your kids, things like that. So that was my motivation. So once I dropped out, then I became a real estate broker. Went back, got my broker license. Then as I'm building these properties, and I'm renovating properties, I'm like, damn, appraiser's really the backbone of your project.
Can I ask real quick, what's the difference between a real estate agent and a broker? Real estate broker.
So real estate agents work for real estate brokerages.
Of course.
Right? So when you're a broker, you have real estate agents under you. So they go and they sell properties, you get a piece of it. And you can't be an active real estate agent unless you're under a brokerage. So again, these are things I learned along the way. So I said, oh, I need to go grab that. Went and grabbed that.
How easy is it to transfer from agent to broker? What's the process to that?
Well, every state different, right? Some states require a certain amount of time. Some states require a certain amount of sales. You got to be under a broker a certain amount. Like every state different. Back then, all you had to be was a real estate agent for 2 years in Georgia. I had already surpassed that. So I'm like, listen, let me go take my course and then go take my test. So I took it because I needed to know it, right? Because this is what I understood. I said, damn, the banks, they got like portfolio managers and they talk directly to brokers. I needed to be one of them. I needed to get the best deal because I needed to buy my own. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go get that. So I did that. Then, like I said, I went and got the appraiser license because I needed to understand values.
Right.
How does shit work? I don't want to spend money on something that ain't gonna get me nothing back. Right? So I went to that. I did that whole job. So I really I really educated myself in the business. It wasn't just some quick shit. I really educated myself. You know what I'm saying? So now, years later, I got all that expertise. That's why I be like, man, it ain't too much that I haven't done in the business because I literally educated myself over the time. So I was in my early 20s, you know what I'm saying? I said, fuck it, I got to do all this. I learned it and I applied it with everything I do. That's why I can walk through something and say, oh, I could do this, it'll be worth this, because I understood all facets of the business.
So for 2 decades, you would go on your own site of your own properties and watch your own money and make sure everything is done right. You are the manager of your whole operation.
Everything.
You don't have property managers.
No property managers.
Nope. Okay, so I heard a real estate person, I forgot who, they said never try to buy out of town, be near your property, because do you agree with that?
As far as be near it, as far as investment?
Let's just say you buy a bunch of properties in a city. You should live in that city and watch your own shit. Do you believe that?
Well, it depends, right? So I own property in Philly, right? The way I set it up, I look at them like franchises, right? So the properties I got in Philly, they're with the government contract, Section 8, right? They communicate with me, my brokerage firm, right? I operate all my stuff. If something go wrong, I go up there. I just call my people that's in place. But I'm from there, right? So, and then here, I don't do too much spreading out of Philadelphia and here. So I don't know if I all the way agree with it, but I can see why somebody would say that at the same time.
He's saying if you're a beginner, you need to be near your shit.
No, if you're a beginner,
yeah,
you need to be right across the street
from
your
so
shit.
When you get experience, you can go.
That's different.
Okay.
Yeah, that's different.
So you got the experience to know, okay, I get that.
That's different. You don't want to, because you don't know enough to be blind to what's going on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So I want to move around now. I want to go outside, and I want to go in front of the property, and then you could tell me a little bit about what you building, if that's okay with you.
I got you. Let's do it.
Have you always wanted to invest in stocks, learn the stock market, interested in trading to earn another stream of income? Let's just say the average person in America makes $20 an hour. That's only $160 after an 8-hour shift. With my best-selling option trading beginners course, 6-step process to being a profitable trader, free books, and you even get to watch videos of me teaching celebrities like DC Young Fly from scratch. I can cut your time to make $200 plus in a day in just 1 to 2 hours. Don't believe me? Check out these gangs of accounts from different people that I help flip their accounts 100%. Yes, that means double the money in their accounts. For only $35, you get the best beginners course, 1 week access to my world famous trading signals. I have an 85% win rate already this year. 30 plus hours of additional training, a library of free books, a free beginners Q&A session with you at the end of the week via Zoom link. And I meet up with my community at all the major cities in America annually. You're basically in free because the return on investment I'll give you for only $35, just $5 a day, will 10x. Think about it. If the world shuts down again like the 2020 pandemic, how will you survive if your job decides to lay you off? All of these robots are taking our jobs, but they can't take the stock market. This stream of income could be earned while at home, no boss, and no behind kissing. Tap in. Link in the description, or I'll pin the link in the comments. Keep watching. Y'all see where we at? We live on the bluff. Can you talk to me about what is this property behind me? What do you call this?
Okay, so this is a duplex right here, right?
Duplex.
So what I did with this was, I said, all right, this lot was only 28 feet wide, right? So I drew up a concept, a floor plan, so that I can have an upstairs unit and a downstairs unit, right? So I always say I play the wealth game, meaning once I build this out, I'll get revenue upstairs, revenue downstairs, right? This is gonna cost me $200,000 total, right? I'm gonna refinance and put my $200,000 back in my pocket, right? It's gonna appraise at about 600 to 650,000. I'm not gonna touch none of that other equity, right? Because again, I play the wealth game, right? I don't play the cash game, I play the wealth game. I'm gonna get upstairs revenue, downstairs revenue. So I'm gonna cash flow this one, and the same thing down there. I'm gonna do the same exact thing. So that's what I do. I build properties for wealth building. That's it. That's what this is. Again, 200,000, about 650 right now. 2-3 years from now, it might be 750, 850. 10 years from now, it might be over $1 million. You're on the west side, right? But that's what it's about. It's about later and cash flow. Cash flow is the veins of any business.
Okay, so y'all heard him. This is a duplex. So it's not a quad, it's a duplex. It's gonna be two and
unit up, unit down.
And upstairs is the same as downstairs.
Same exact floor plan.
And you drew the layout for this and then got it revamped by the architects, correct?
I just had them bring it to scale, make sure everything gets approved with the city. But everything in here, I designed that. All my projects.
Walk me in what got you into architecture. I do a little architecture. That was my first dream. So you see, I drew the floor plan to my building. Walk me through when you first started diving into architecture and drawing your own floor plan.
So for me, I'm big on having so many properties and doing so much stuff. You kind of concentrate on functionality, right? Like, what's the most functional thing in these properties, right? And so I'm saying to myself, all right, cool. this is what's needed, this is not what's needed, right? In every design that I create. And then I do my measurements based on how material is made. That's why I have such minimal waste, right? So when I do bedrooms, for example, 2x4s, 8 foot, 9 foot, 10 foot, 12 foot, right? So a room might be 12 or 10 high. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Sheetrock, 10 high. I got minimal waste. That's why my cost to build be so cheap, because I can also count all of my material based on how I designed the spaces. So to answer your question, it was really a money thing. It was really, if I'm more efficient, I can save more money and move more quicker if I learn how to design my own project. So it was really just go for that shit. That's what it was. I tried it and it played out for me. Now I'm building, I design all kind of shit.
How much would, let's just say somebody was like, man, forget all this. I got 25,000. How quick could you teach somebody everything you know?
For 25,000?
Yeah.
I tell them, take that 25 and come back when it's 50. And then when it's 50, come back when it's 100. And then we can sit down and talk about some possibilities. But it depends on your credit.
So your personal mentorship costs 100?
No, my personal mentorship free. Right? Because if you got motion and you doing something, that's the least I could do, right? Because guess what? Somebody did it for me when I was a young nigga out here lost.
And who did that?
I got an old head man, his name Michael Madison, right? He pulled me to the side one day. He was like, damn, I like your style, young fella. And he taught me some things, right? And I said, damn, when I get older, I'm gonna do the same thing. So that's one of the things I always do. Anybody who know me, shit, you know what I'm saying? Listen, if you about something and I got time, I make time for it. Because if I don't, how it's gonna happen, right? Because guess what? That conversation that me and you can have, you might not have 25,000, but you might be able to get it after this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't had that. So that's who I am. That's who I am amongst our community. You know what I mean? So I love people who do mentorships, but I'm just that guy. You gotta just know me.
You had your money prior to this, and that's really the reason why I wanted to get game from you, because I learned that the real game comes from the people who doing it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just so happen to be somebody who do it and teach
That's
online.
right.
I do it, but
That's
I do
right.
both, but a lot of people don't.
That's right.
A lot of people, I always say your front end and your back end got to be good to be successful in a personal brand. But that's neither here nor there. I'm definitely impressed with that. So where did you say you want to walk to again?
Oh no, we got the other one right here. We can walk down here this
walk
one.
Down
as
this
we
one.
pass your Lamborghini.
The Rari, yeah.
That's the Rari, my bad.
That's the Rari,
Excuse me,
yeah.
as we pass the Rari.
Yeah, that's the Rari.
Now watch this. This right here
Right.
is that and that. Talk about perspective.
Right.
You see what
so
I'm
one
saying?
more time, you said this
This
right
right here cost the same amount as me building that
Right.
and that. Difference is, watch this.
Right.
My shit gonna be worth 1.2 million when it's done.
So he just flexed on me.
Perspective.
Yeah, he just flexed on me. Yeah, he just
I think I
flexed
might
on me.
get one. I think I might get one after
Right,
that. Nah,
right.
hell no.
Now you gotta get that Tesla truck first.
I'm gonna get that truck.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get that
that's
truck.
bulletproof. You need that anyway.
Yeah, it's your boy Lil Baby. I'm right here with Aristotle Investments.
Poppy Street, you got whiskey too for Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Big Glow, and I'm right here with my boy Aristotle.
I get it.
He about to teach me about these dividends and saving money.
It's your boy DC Young Fly, man. I'm here with my boy Aristotle.
Shout out to Aristotle. I took his class.
Man, this dude is the truth, dog. He just put me on game on like investments, dividends, stock market.
I sit around with a bunch of my friends and we talk about stocks all day now.
Man, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. Stupid knowledge, you dig?
I've learned so much. Aristotle has put my trading level on top.
I done learned so much about stock trading, options in particular. It's really changed my whole life and concept about money and investing.
This dude taking people off the corner, man.
I can honestly just say that, like before Aristotle, dude, I was trading off of impulse. A little bit of stuff I learned off of YouTube. But this package, it's the real deal. It'll get you trading off of real facts. You'll be able to back check and you'll be able to know what you're doing, not just jump in because you think it's right.
I really should go check out their campaign if you really got something going on. Y'all know me, I'm trying to get my 100 M's any kind of way I can. Yep.
This is Aristotle Investments, and welcome to Stock Sundays, where I go over a recap of last week's top news you may have missed, option trade recaps and strategies I take, important data and earnings to look forward to, a watch list for next week. And if you stay to the end, I do a live Q&A.
Live. Every Sunday.
Tap in. So you built a 13,000 square foot property right in the middle of the bluff. Like, why?
Man, you know what? Everybody be asking me that shit. They be like, because they don't understand, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm from North Philly, man, and
Mhm.
one thing I always understood was you gotta be what people don't have, right? We didn't have a whole lot of people. You know, all you had was fantasies of what money looked like and
Right.
how people are, right? So I said, no, I'm gonna be a pillar in my community. Like I love my people, dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I love when the young boys walk by and go, oh, Cliff, you know what I mean? I say, yo, what's up with you? Talk to you. Because what happens is now it's real to them, right? Damn, he act just like me. He look just like me. If he cool as shit, I could do that. I could be that, right? Now I get to be that pillar in my neighborhood, right? I get to be that voice. I get to be that inspiration. I get to be that for my own people. You know what I'm saying? My old, them little young bad niggas, they bad to the rest of the world. And they come over here, they highly respectable because they know I got nothing but love for them.
Right.
So I wanted to be that in my community, dog.
Okay.
I mean,
Now, I respect that because
Yeah.
that's part of the reason I came back to the South Side and built my building. Even starting my project on the South Side.
That's right.
I was like, I could easily take this up north, but at the end of the day, the people who really want to hear from me are my people.
the people. Yeah, man.
So
See, a lot of people don't understand. We chase money so much, we not really understanding value,
Right.
right? It's a lot of motherfuckers that got more money than you.
Right.
They got more money than me,
Exactly.
but they're not as valuable as us.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? So when you shift that and understand, man, I want to be valuable for people that matter, then it's a whole nother mindset. You know what I mean? So I love it, man. I've been in the neighborhood 15 years. I've been helping. People know they call me. I'm a part of building our community. You know what I mean? So I love it. I love it, man. I wouldn't have changed it for nothing. I actually know all my neighbors. I ain't just in a neighborhood where I
Right.
know 3 people. Before motherfucker right here, motherfucker right. No, I know everybody. in my neighborhood.
So like I'm talking about from this house to
Dog.
this house to this house, everybody.
I know everybody in my neighborhood, brother.
How do you meet everybody? You knock on their door, you see them.
Most definitely. And then what happens is a lot of times they might just see me out because they like, first of all, they want to know who the fuck live in this mansion in the middle of the hood. So they'll see me out, pull up to the stop sign or whatever. I meet people, neighborhood association meetings. I make it my business, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what community is. I mean, you might have
This is actually a community.
it's a community, dog.
What is the name of this community?
It's English Avenue, right? But like I said, the streets call it the Bluff, right? I always reference the Bluff still because that's what people remember, right? But the thing is, man, it's so much history here. It's a lot of people, a lot of famous people that meant a lot in our black
Can you
community.
name some of them?
Man, you had Gladys Knight, Maynard Jackson. Dr. Martin Luther King house is at the top of this block. He raised his family. When Dr. King was assassinated, his family was in his house up the street. Yeah, same block. That was one of the motivations that make me want to move over here. I said, damn, I'm on the same block as Dr. King. Like, that meant something. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, 'cause he's on Arbor.
no,
No,
that was his childhood,
Oh.
where he raised his family, his wife and children.
Okay.
Is on Sunset,
Sunset.
right up there,
Ah, you just educated me.
right at the top of the block.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So this area was just rich, full of history. You know what I mean? Full of empowering
That
black
boy
people.
King really from the A.
You
I'm
understand
talking
what I'm
about
saying?
he from the AA, and
Yes.
he went to Morehouse.
And his kids went to Grady.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
And he was Alpha.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So these are the streets of some rich in culture. I mean, just historians, man. And you know, we get away from that, but that's important, right?
Right.
One day somebody gonna say, "Damn, the boy Cliff used to live right here."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure.
That's what they're gonna say. Man, I remember I was a young boy. I used to ride down the street. I used to holler at him, man. He told me I could do this, I could do this. You know what I'm saying? Man, you wouldn't believe how many motherfuckers get out of jail, ring my bell. All right, take this. Man, listen, man, I need this, Cliff. Man, I feel like this. I need a job. That's what I'm here for. That's the whole point of this. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just to just run some money up and say I live in a mansion. Fuck that. That don't mean nothing to me, right? Who am I helping? How am I valuable?
13,000 square feet. My house is like, I think 6,000 or 6,700 something. That's crazy. He double that. So let's go into the
Let's do it. Now listen, I don't know if you know anything about this, man. You know, you young fellas.
What's
you
up?
niggas ain't grew up playing on crates, man. Y'all ain't grew up playing on crates, man.
Did.
You understand what I'm
I didn't
saying?
grow up playing in it, but I've done it before.
Hey man, listen. Listen, let me tell you something. When I say never stop dreaming, nigga, I mean
Hold
that.
on. Can you even shoot a 3 in it?
Can who shoot a 3? Can you shoot a 3?
I mean, you
Man,
know what I'm
listen,
saying?
man, I don't
Listen,
miss, man. I don't miss, man. Oh,
Nah, man.
shit.
Hey, man,
Oh,
listen
shit.
to me. I don't play now. Listen, man. With the left.
Okay, with the left.
With the left. You feel me?
Yeah, nah, man. But listen, man. You know, again, just taking me back to my roots, dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just I could have put a regular joint in here, but it's just nostalgia for me.
Nah, that's hard.
Just to remind me, dog. You know what I mean? When they came from. We came from this. This is what we ain't had playgrounds all like that. We had this. We had one playground in my neighborhood. 100 niggas on the playground. So you don't get a chance to play. So you got crates on the light poles on your block. That's where we play. We grew up playing on shit like this. But you know, sometimes, man, I come out here, I remember where I come from, dog. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
And you didn't come to Atlanta to a teenager.
College.
18 years old when you moved to Atlanta.
I went to college in Texas first. Then I came here, went to Georgia Tech, then went to Georgia State.
Texas, which college in Texas?
Texas Arlington. University of Texas Arlington.
Longhorns? No, just Texas
Mavericks,
Arlington.
yeah. Yep.
Okay, I went to Central Texas, college to online though.
Okay, yeah, I was out there, man. I ain't gonna lie, I love that whole little Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington area.
Yeah.
I do like that joint. I like it.
It's dope.
Yeah, but.
Let me get it straight. You about to try that shot, huh?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't usually miss.
Oh, okay.
You said with the left. Did you shoot with the left?
Come on now.
You showed the left. I don't usually miss, so I'm missing
man.
today.
Hey, if I don't miss, I give you one more shot.
You give me one more in my own shit, right?
Yeah. Hey man, now this my career now. Nah, for sure, man. You get on this? You punching?
Man, I told you I'm from North Philly, man. And it's 3 things niggas from North Philly could do. We could dance, we could dress, and we could fight.
I don't know about fighting.
Every North Philly nigga.
I don't know about that.
Let me tell you something. Every North Philly nigga across the globe.
So you said you was coming down to Atlanta, you was terrorizing.
There's 3 things we could do. It's factory set. It's dance, dress, and fight. All of us.
Dress.
We could dance, we could dress.
Them DC boys said y'all be taking
They not
swag.
fucking with us. You hear me? Nobody's fucking with a Philadelphia dude. I'll be honest with you though, man. I'm serious when I say that though, bro. Like, I'm big on just us, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Same here.
I'm big on us. You know, everybody got to run I know you ask me sometimes like, you know, don't you, like even the real estate question, you just laugh at, like niggas just be saying any old thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't really judge people, dog. The reason why I say I let people run their course is because after a while it's gonna get old.
Every man got his own saying.
It's like having money, right?
Right.
Once you got it, you got it, right? Now it's like, all right, now what we doing? Right? Now, what do I do now? Right?
Right.
I was telling my wife, I'm like, damn, it gotta suck to be born a billionaire. Woo!
Why you say that?
Because what can't you do? You don't know what you made of. Because everything is right here, right?
So you believe growing up rich is not good?
No, I'm saying growing up a billionaire is the statement I made, right?
So like growing up where your father is a billionaire you feel like is depressing?
I feel like, I'll say this. I'll take my own children. Right? If I just give them everything, right? Everything I got, if I just say, this for y'all, right? As they get older, they'll never get a chance to fucking discover who they are. So imagine their confidence level. They got arrogance, not confidence, right? Because the arrogance is, why not? Of course, I can do what I want, have what I want. That just comes from what your parents did. Confidence comes from trial and error and things that you accomplish. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got fake confidence, but we mean actually, I did this. That's where your confidence comes from.
So you're not technically saying you're not passing out assets to your kids. So walk me through that. Your son is in college, correct?
He's not in college no more. He built his business.
Okay.
Right?
That's even better.
Which is even better because that's all we ever talked about.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather, hey, if my son decided to go to college, drop out because he built the business, whatever.
He built his business.
So, but even then, you had paper prior to your son going to school.
That's right. Yeah.
So, but your son didn't grow up entitled.
I'll tell you like this. His junior year, Christmas, I bought him Yeezys. It was $525. I gave them to him. I said, this is the last thing I'm buying you. I didn't buy him nothing else until his graduation. I bought him a tailor-made suit and some sneakers, right? And I bought his car for college. But in that year and a half, the reason I was telling him that was because you got to figure it out. You pay for your own haircut. You like nice shit, you go get a job.
How did he go do that?
That's what he did. He went to Zaxby's, Figo. He started using his resources, calling his uncles. How can I wash your car? How can I do this? How can I do this? A year and a half.
He knew you had it though.
I mean, come on, he living in his same
Of course,
house.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I did not spend. I just want to spend it on him. You know what I'm saying? But that's my thought process.
Did he know that was the lesson, or you just
at the time, no.
Oh, so he thought you was being an asshole.
Yeah, he like, fuck him, probably. Nah, real shit. He probably my dad my fucking nerves. I get that. But I just feel like trial and error is what builds us, right? What make a kid say, fuck school, I can go start my own business? It's a level of confidence there, right?
You got somewhere cooler we can sit and then just chop it?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Come on. We could go, let me see. Let me check on them, because they might be doing homework real quick.
All right, cool.
Shoot another brick, man.
So I want to get into some real deep dive in real estate questions, because you said this is you OG retiring after this, so I got to make this interview worthwhile.
Yeah, this the only one and only joint I'm going to do.
All right, so first of all, humbly I want to ask, why should we listen to you about real estate?
That's a good question, because you ain't got to listen to me, right? I'm just somebody that's here to offer all my expertise so nobody don't fuck up like I did. My advice come from losses. I lost a lot of money in this business. You know what I'm saying? I lost millions of dollars in this business, learning the process.
You definitely made more than you lost.
Oh, without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? But I've learned so much in my losses that my value is, yo, don't make that left turn right there. You don't want to go that way. You want to go this way.
And you have multiple 8 figures in real estate property, correct?
Yeah, paid for. Yeah. My house, this house paid for. Yeah, all my shit paid for, man.
Could I ask how much value of real estate that you do have?
You know what? I would have to check and see. I don't know. I got to check and see what that looks like.
Good question. Good comeback.
I got to check and see. Huh?
But hey, multiple 8 figures, correct? So like you would be, is it over 20 million in real estate?
Allegedly. You know, I've heard that before. I've heard that.
Right.
You know what happens is
That's how I'm gonna be too. I'm like,
listen,
hey,
here's what happens. What happens is you just work, right? And then you look up and you're like, oh, okay, you know, this is where you are, right? And then, you know, values appreciate, you know, things like that. So again, back to what I said before, because I played a wealth game, right? It accumulates over time, right? I'm real big on, I'd rather be worth it than make it, right? Because if I make it, I gotta pay taxes on it, right? But if I'm worth it, right? So I just haven't, it's been a long time since I pulled my calculator out. Let me just say that.
Basically, none of y'all damn business. I want to see if I can sneak that in there. I respect that. Do you ever play with Section 8?
Yeah, so in Philly, I got a bunch of Section 8 properties, right? Where I come from. Again, I come from Section 8, right? And the reason why I take pride in Section 8, I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of my success come from the things I learned in my childhood, right? People don't understand. Just because I grew up on Section 8 or somebody's on Section 8, right? Doesn't mean we don't like nice things, doesn't mean we don't know how to take care of nice things, right? What tends to happen is people assume because we're on Section 8, we poor, we don't give a fuck, so to give them shit, right? But when you give a motherfucker that come from nothing, some nice things, we take care of it. I don't care where you go. You go to the poorest neighborhood in any city, go in one of them poor motherfuckers' closet. They still got them shoes from motherfucking this year ago, still sitting in that box. They take care of their nice shit. So I take pride in providing nice shit for my Section 8 tenants because I come from it.
Can you walk me through the pros and cons of running Section 8 as the landlord? What are the pros and cons?
The only cons that I have in Section 8 is your annual, you know, they do your annual reviews. Excuse me, they come check your property, make sure everything cool, which is not a problem for me, but I would say that would be a con for people that aren't really up on their properties. You know what I mean? As far as the pros go, naturally you get your money like clockwork every damn month, right? But again, just the paperwork, that would probably be the con for me. There's some people I know, they can't stand Section 8, right? But if you go look at their properties ain't shit either. You know what I'm saying? So It just depends, right? Think about real estate. Think about basketball, right? Somebody saying I'm in real estate is no different than somebody saying I play basketball. Well, what do you mean? Here's what I mean. You got motherfuckers that's gonna be a point guard, you got a center, you got a forward. Some niggas might be good at rebounding. Some niggas might have a nice jump shot. Some guys might have good defense. There's so many facets to a game, right? So you gotta pick what you wanna be in it. That's why I don't knock nobody. That's why it's like, hey, somebody could win at just wholesaling. Somebody could win at building. Somebody could win at Section 8. You know what I mean? People also lose. But there's so many ways that you can win in the game. There's no one way, right?
That's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to play a game called Pros and Cons. So walk me through the pros and cons of wholesaling.
Wholesaling, oh man. The pros of wholesaling naturally is if you find you a good player, if you find you a good source of properties that you can pick from, you can make a killing because really.
And what is wholesaling before we?
So a lot of times wholesaling is, you buying properties before they get to market, right? You buying them below market before they get to market.
But they're saying you can hop into it without any money.
Yeah, because you can play the middle, right?
Right.
So let's say you got a property, right? Let's say you say, all right, Cliff, I want $20,000 for this property, right? Let's say the property worth $50,000. I can say to you, all right, listen, I can put a contract down with you for 20, right? And I can go get somebody to buy it for 40. It never hit the market. If it hit the market, now you could list it for 40. You might get, you know what I'm saying? But if I can get it from you for 20, no money down, lock it in, go find somebody to grab it for 30. I put 5 in my pocket or 10 in my pocket or whatever, right? So that can be lucrative. Now, if you got a player who has multiple properties like that, oh, you really win. The cons to wholesaling is it ain't easy getting them properties off, dog. It's not easy getting them properties off. It's not easy, right? You got to understand your markets.
What do you mean it's not easy getting them properties off?
So you may have, just because you want 20, that don't mean I can get somebody to buy that thing for 30. You know what I'm saying? It's not, because that's also a cash business, right? So you have to have your players lined up. If you don't have a player with cash, now you out here hoping somebody got some cash that can get you off of this deal, right? That's the con to it, finding people with cold cash.
And you don't need a real estate broker's license or be a real estate agent to hop in the wholesaling.
No, you just got to play the middle. That's it.
And will people know that you're playing the middle?
But it depends on you, right? It depends on the person who's selling it, right? Because again, if I got a contract with you, I can sell it, I can market it as if it's mine. You don't care, you just want your 20,000.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it depends on the person selling it.
When was the last time you did a wholesale thing, a deal?
Last wholesale deal I did was 2000. Damn.
It was a minute ago.
Damn.
It was before 2010.
But you know what? It technically wasn't wholesale because I bought it. So I bought it.
So you don't dibble and dabble into wholesaling.
So here's what happened. Again, back to like those bank properties, right? A lot of times people get those off market and they sell them, right? They consider that wholesaling too because it's off market, right? Below market. Nobody knows it's available and you can get it and sell it, right? What I used to do was I used to literally talk to the portfolio managers of the banks and I would tell them, hey, this property is worth this. And because they would be from other cities and things like that, they was just trying to get it off their books. So I would be the buyer of these properties. So yeah, not technically wholesaling myself per se, but assisting people in wholesaling probably 2005, 6, 7, stuff like that. But I was buying stuff. I was buying everything. Because it was cheap. Stuff was cheap back then, man.
Stuff ain't cheap no more.
Stuff not cheap no more. So
how cheap was stuff back then compared to now? Like what's like you like, okay, man, I used to buy this for this back then, now it's this.
Okay, I'll give you a prime example, right? So over in the Bluff, on the west side, where we at, right? I was buying property when nobody wanted to be over here, right? I'm talking snow on the Bluff, or everything you could think of.
Right.
People were afraid to be in this community.
Right.
But that's where your opportunities are, right? So I said to myself, okay, if I come over here, the good thing about real estate is nobody got to know what you own. So I could buy all this stuff and nobody knows it's mine. That's the beauty in it, right?
Right.
So I was buying properties for $500, $300, $1,000. People was like, man, that shit is a black hole over there. That's the hood of all hoods, right? And I'm like, well, guess what? Worst case scenario, I get my 500 back or my 1,000 I could just sell it to somebody else at some point. Worst case. Nobody wanted to be here. Now, properties I was paying $300 for selling for $150,000, just the dirt.
$300. When the last time was a property $300?
Man, I'll say this was 2009, 10, 11, things like that.
Yeah, I was a kid.
I was buying
I had
everything.
$300.
Listen, and
I ain't had $300, but I'm just sitting there like, damn. I had 300 motherfuckers. I could have got that shit somewhere.
But nobody knew. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like nobody knew.
Why did you know? Why? Or
Because
how?
this is what I do for a living. I have to know. You understand what I'm saying? I have to know.
Would you say you were ahead of your time in your opinion? Like, I feel like that. But do you feel like that about yourself? Like,
Yeah, I was
damn.
always a serious guy, right? I was always a guy who was deep in reading. I always wanted to read books. I was always in the mix of shit, right? So, yeah, I would say, do I want to go ahead of my time? I'll say ahead of this market, right? But I always was like in tune to what's going on. I always wanted to know what's going on, right? So, again, just studying markets and understanding, I'm like, damn, I'm a block away from downtown. I can't go wrong if I just invest in the area. I can't go wrong at those price points. You know what I mean? So again, what other people were scared of, I saw opportunity. When people used to see people walking up down the street like junkies and stuff, I saw my people. They just need help. You know what I mean? You see the little bad little niggas running around, running in, busting windows. They just need guidance. So I saw it differently. I'm like, damn, I need to move into this community. I bought into the community for, I'm gonna say 4 years before I actually moved into the neighborhood. Then I moved into it. My wife was like, nigga, is you crazy? Why are we moving over there?
Asia, goddamn, man, when she was saying the same thing, she like, there's no way I will let you move here.
There's no way, right?
How did you talk her into moving here?
My wife?
Yeah.
Oh man, it took a little persuasion. It took a Porsche Cayenne. It took a Porsche Cayenne, but
Then upgraded to a Tesla.
Well, that was later, right? But
Okay.
but I had to package it in a way, right? Because she was like, honey, because we can move anywhere we want. See, that's the thing. That's what makes it so beautiful. That's what I love about her, the sacrifice she made with me, because she was riding with me at the end of the day, right? Because yeah, you looking and you're like, I can move anywhere. We can move anywhere we want to move to. You want to move to that neighborhood? And I'm like, babe, listen, I want to make a difference. I don't want to just be somewhere. I want to be of value somewhere, right? And I would always tell her, I'm just another nigga with money on Mount Perry and Buckhead. I'm Mr. Cliff in my neighborhood. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I need to be where I'm needed. And you know, like I said, she was like, all right, well, if you're gonna do that, we need to do this to the house, this, you know what I'm saying? And make sure everything was cool. But before I decided to move in, trust me, I knew my neighbors, I knew the neighborhood, I knew what was what. I was already here for a while. And then I told her, like, honey, we ain't got no more bills, you ain't got to worry about no mortgage, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You could just have it your way. And we're gonna grow from here. But the reason I wanted to be here, on top of that, from a business standpoint, was once my neighborhood knew you come to me with your property, I'll buy it, they would prefer me. So I would be here. When the seniors was falling to hard times, they come to me. I help my seniors out. You're not losing your house on my watch. You see what I'm saying? But I needed to be here for that.
Cause like they'll take their house if they can't pay property taxes.
Can't pay property taxes, that's right. Or somebody might try to do something.
It's best they sell it to a black man.
But I'm not letting you sell it to me. We're not taking grandma's house. I don't respect that. We're not taking grandma's house. Grandma gonna live and die there. And she gonna do what she wanna do there. Somebody been here 50 years, you know what I'm saying? On a fixed income. Who am I or anybody else to come and say, you can't afford to live here no more? You know how disrespectful that is?
Very.
So guess what? If you owe this amount of thousands of dollars. Yeah, call me. I'm around the corner. You know what I mean? Grandma not losing her house on my watch. So that's a part of the reason I'm here. And then guess what? And I don't need for anything. Nigga, I'm sitting in my lounge right now with you right here. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. The next generation up. Dog. And y'all come to me. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Listen, it's a cycle. That's how it works, dog. You know, the Bible tells us seed time, harvest time. You know what I mean? You plant seeds, it comes back.
Respect your elders.
You feel what I'm saying?
And that's another thing I wanted to bring back. I wanted to show people like, man, if I'm a millionaire and I go seek advice from elders, then that's the game. Like, they the ones with the game.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and if we're gonna lose out on a lot if we don't talk to them.
That's
like,
right.
A lot of shit is gonna die.
That's right.
Because they're gonna die.
That's right.
So I'm like, I gotta come up with a concept, and I came up with the show Kicking with OGs, and
That's
I
right.
was like, this
I love
the
it.
one.
I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love the concept. And honestly, the reverse side of that is, even guys my age, they gotta be willing to pour into your generation without feeling threatened. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm always available. You know what I'm saying? Because I get a kick out of, and a lot of people tell me that, man, you can make a lot of money.
You could.
Right? And I get that. But man, you know how fulfilling it is to be able to give you something and you and your family, and y'all can go, yo, I remember I had this conversation, I made this shift, this was going on. Ain't no looking back. That's worth more than any amount of money. You see what I'm saying?
You can hear what I said in that garage. I was like, man, I was like on some, I'm gonna get into real estate. But when I walked into your property before it was built, and then you told me you did the architecture yourself, how much you plan to make, you had it from 1 to 10.
Yeah.
From 1, you know how they say don't compare your chapter 1 to chapter 10. You had chapter 1 all the way to 10 ready. And I was just like, yeah, man, he told me 200,000. I'm like, I could do that every month. That's what I want to do.
That's how you want to do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, real estate, I believe, is how you stay wealthy.
That's, dog, I don't care who you are, they own real estate. That's the wealth game. Dog, what was the wars over for all the centuries? Land.
Land, yeah.
Right? This is what it was. It's for sale. You know what I mean? It's just, again, man, it's wealth, it's value, you know, it's give back. That's just who I am, that's what I represent, and that's what I promote. You know what I mean? That's just one facet, man. We can get, buying real estate, owning real estate, having it, that's a great thing.
So I want to know this. Back to the pros and cons lesson. What's the pros and cons of flipping, in your opinion?
Okay. I'm not a flip fan, right?
Why?
And here's why. I'm gonna make it super simple. When you buy a property, you build this property, right? It's based on projection, okay? Now, let's say you sell this property. Okay, cool. Now, let's say it took you 6, 7, 8 months to get this property up to market to sell it, right? Let's say it cost you $200,000 and you stand to make $400,000, right? Okay, now, when you sell this property for $400,000, right? Assuming you get the 4, right? You got a property capital gains tax. Most people gonna say, oh, but a 1031 exchange, okay, cute. You still gotta put this money into another property, right? To avoid taxes. Now, this next property, you don't know how much of the money from the old property you gotta put into the new property. So you can't gauge your profit, right? Now, let's say that first property took 8 months. This next property took 8 months. The next property took 8 months, right? That's 24 months. Let's say after 24 months, you got $300,000, but no assets. That's all you got. You just got some cash. And guess what you got to do with this $300,000? Find another property to invest in.
So you believe in buying and holding and getting income, monthly income from your properties. That's your game.
Well, here's the thing. Here's why. The answer is yes. But here's why. Because cash flow, again, cash flow is the veins of any business, right?
Right.
Understand how you're a triple threat. You're going to win on the equity side from the property. when you got cash flow that you can show, you can borrow. For me, I played a wealth game, which is, again, accumulated over time. So I believe you buy, you hold, you let it do what it's going to do over time. You move on to the next one. You let it do what it's going to do over time.
I believe in anything he believes in.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you do.
Nah, it makes sense though. Like you're right, because once you sell that property, and now that the market done shot up, yes, you done made that 300K. You would have waited 5 years. It would have been 500 racks, and you could have been having tenants in there while the equity is building.
Right? You understand?
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, once you about 65, if you decide to sell it, that is when you sell it, when it's time for retire. If you do choose to sell it.
But watch
kids
this.
too, go ahead.
But watch this. Let's say I got 10 properties, right? And I'm netting, let's just say on the low end, $600 a property. So that's $6,000 in cash flow that I'm bringing in off of my investments, right? Okay. Now I got $6,000 worth of available loanable money. So I can go to the bank and say, here's a $6,000 worth of money that I can borrow against. Meaning, now I want to buy 8 more properties because let's say those mortgages is $1,000, right? All right, so no, I want to buy 5 more, right? So I got 6,000, I can buy 5 more and float them with this 5, but they're going to generate revenue, right? So let's say now these other 8 generate 500 a month. Now I got this 6 plus these other 5 coming in times 8, that's 4,000. Now I got 10,000 a month coming in plus 18 properties. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The cash flow allows for you to borrow. You can't grow if you can't borrow.
You're right. So you're telling me if I can go show the bank that I have, let's just say 100 or 50K cash flow a month, correct? If I can show the bank I got 50K cash flow a month, you're telling me based on the cash flow that I have per month, they will let me borrow money based on the cash flow.
You got purchasing power, yes. That's your income. You know what I'm saying?
Could I ask you, what are your favorite banks?
Oh man, you're gonna get me in trouble with that one. Cause I got a lot. I got a lot of bankers.
Yeah.
You're gonna get me in trouble with that one. I tell you like this.
I didn't ask who. I just asked what's your favorite banks, just in general.
Bank. Oh, you gonna let me name a few?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said my one. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to go with Ameris. I'm gonna go with Ameris.
I'm about to go ahead and sign up for that.
Yeah, I'll hook you up with my man for sure. I have to go with Ameris Bank. I got to go with Pinnacle Partners.
Pinnacle Partners.
Yeah, I got to go with Pinnacle Partners, and I'm gonna say Fifth Third. I'm gonna say those 3 banks are 3 good banks for me. Those 3 good banks.
And you feel like they're not biased against black people? Because a lot of people, black people, have a misconception of, I don't even want to try to go into the bank and ask for money because they hear the stigma that the banks are racist towards black people. Like what do they say Wells Fargo did?
Wells Fargo was purposely not hiring people and things like that.
So what's your opinion on that?
So here's how I feel about that. I think there's definitely truth to that.
Right? How do you say that?
Yeah, I think it's truth to that. I mean, I've walked in banks. One of the best things that could have happened to me was the internet. I used to get approved over the line because I remember walking in banks, and the minute you walk in, you already know they're going to say, we can't help you, right? So online doesn't have a face, right? So you can get an online approval, and by the time you walk in, you already approved, right? So I've experienced that before. So yeah, I've seen that, but what I always advise people to do is, when you walk into a bank, you go sit down and you meet the bank managers, right? Because the bank managers are humans just like us. And you'll feel the vibe with your bank managers, right? I got strong relationships with bank managers because they cool. Some of my bank managers might come over here and have a drink. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying it. It seems easier now, right? From where I sit. But what I'm saying is, a lot of the bank managers, especially the black bank managers that you run across in Atlanta, and they cool as ever, dog. Ooh, they cool.
That Chase dude gave me some game.
You see what I'm saying? They cool. Yeah. And you build a relationship with them, and you cut into them because they're the ones that's your representation at the bank. They the ones who talk to the bankers in the back room. So you need representation in the banks. It's like a lawyer. That's your financial lawyer.
I learned that recently when I went to Chase. I just so happened to stumble across a black banker, and it just so happened he already been following me on social media. And I was about to go try to refinance that building.
The building?
Right, to try to pay for the, well, not refinance, get a line of credit.
Yeah.
Because I think it was you who told me that.
Get an LOC, that's right.
Get a lock, that's what
line of credit, yeah.
So he told me, he gave me some game. Well, he was like, you know, I was like, but I got this other cash just sitting still. He was like, all right, whatever millions that is, put it in a high yield savings account.
Who told you that? Who told you that?
That was you?
Who told you that at the Cliff Carlton?
I don't
Who
know,
told
man.
you to take that out of that, what was it?
You did tell me
What
that,
was
though. Yeah,
it?
I had the
Who
cash.
told y'all to take that out of there and stop playing?
Yeah. so like, yeah. So you're right. You did say that. But like, Buddy gave me the game. He was like,
As he should, right.
Yeah, like you did say that. You actually, it's crazy because you and Jay Lee definitely was like, if it weren't for y'all, it's like you run into people, because God wants you to. If it weren't for y'all, like, it literally, just that piece of game y'all gave me the perspective of why I shouldn't have so much cash.
Yeah.
Because I had 8 figures in cash, and y'all was like, that's stupid.
Missing out on money.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I was like, what you mean that's stupid? He like, get you some real estate, get you this, get you that, and then you should only have 1 million of that. And I'm like, so you saying go just invest 90% of my money? They like, but did you lose it? And I was like, nah, I didn't lose it. It's still there. He was like, and you did say that. You was like, what you gonna do with 90% of that money? Like, just look at it.
That's it. But you just gonna look at it? Yo.
Hey, it was cool to look at. I ain't even gonna lie. But just that little piece of information, I was like, okay. And I really took that information.
Like a week later, y'all came back and y'all was, little sis like, look, we here like this. You know what I mean? Y'all, you took heed to all that and you executed.
Then it not only doubled my net worth, it damn near tripled the net worth. Like just by going all money in and then having a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? And I still got that cash flow.
That's right.
So yeah.
And
that
see, you
really
gotta ask
helped.
yourself this, right? Again, you gotta go through these phases, which is why I never really judge people, because everybody process different.
Fact.
Right? You gotta go through the blow some money phase.
For sure.
You gotta go through the just look at my money phase, right? Then you gotta go through the, I gotta do something with this money, right? And these is phases people go through. Most people don't get the chance to experience this.
That's true.
Right? When you poor, you looking at the ceiling like, God, all I need is some money. When you get money, you looking at the ceiling like, God, please don't let me lose this money. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so it's so many things in between that, but you gotta go through your phases, right? But once you find out, man, you know what? This is all I really need to live on. The rest of this shit, I need to earn from, right? I only need this to live on. I'm letting the rest of this money make me more money. I'm investing this money. You don't have $1 million emergency. The key is being able to have access to the million, right? That shit ain't gotta be in the back of this thing. It gotta be somewhere where I can get to it. But come on, a motherfucking heart like 300,000. You ain't no $1 million to get no heart, nigga. You need a new heart. You just need a 3. You don't need an M.
Nah, for sure. so yeah, and then it's crazy because you said that too, and Jay Lee, they was like, you got way more cash than us, but our net worths are stronger than yours. And I was like,
there you go.
I ain't never heard nobody say no shit like that to me.
And cash is constantly depreciating.
Exactly.
In other words, that 300,000, imagine that 300,000 5 years ago ain't doing nowhere near this now what it did back then, because the dollar is losing value. So while you holding it, it's losing value. You know what I'm saying? $100,000 for a property in 2019, you ain't getting no property for no $100,000 in 2024. You know what I'm saying? People think, oh, inflation, you also got to think the dollar shrinking.
So you basically saying, like, if you a dope boy or you this and that, and you holding just all this cash, you're losing money.
You better attach it to something. That's what I tell everybody. Every street nigga, everybody I know getting to $1, attach it to something that's going to appreciate, because the dollar's going to depreciate. It always does.
That's facts.
Gotta attach it to something. You know what I mean? Again, real estate was great for me because I could attach it to you and you don't even gotta know. You got that Ferrari outside, nigga know you coming, right? I pull up in my Ram, 2017, right? Park my shit in the back. They don't see me coming. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on in here.
Right.
Right? I always tell this is something I leave you with always. I always tell everybody this. I say money talk, wealth whispers. You know what I'm saying? Money talks, wealth whispers. You won't know until, you know what I mean? You go to New York, that building say Trump Tower, right? Let something happen and you start seeing all them Asians come out of them limousines. That's they shit. You see what I'm saying? But they ain't running around here saying this our shit, but that's they shit. You know what I mean? They play the wealth game. A lot of these other cultures, they play the wealth game. They focus on the wealth, right? We focus on the dollar. They focus on the wealth. We focus on today. They focus on power, right? And when you got the wealth, you got the power. You got the positioning. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different mindset. You know what I mean? That's what I love being able to pour into y'all, just how to see things differently, right? Because society tell us to just fuck it, just, you know what I mean? And I'll be like,
they preach consumerism.
That's what they preach, right? And we gotta understand, we're gonna live, dog. This shit is inevitable, right? So you got 2 children. Guess what? They gonna want things. You know what I mean? It's inevitable. You wanted things, right?
Yeah.
But we don't live in the inevitable space. A lot of times we live in the now, right? Because it's uncomfortable, right? It's uncomfortable for somebody, you blessed enough now to be able to do it all. But it's uncomfortable for some people to go, yeah, I could buy that Lexus, but let me grab this Corolla because I got a 6-year-old and I want to make sure I'm in position when they turn 16.
It's crazy because I say that all the time. It's like a lot of people don't want to humble themselves in order to get to the next level. Like, I didn't realize it. It's crazy because we have very parallel thinking patterns. When you were young, once you got that first piece of money, you thought the same thing I thought. And nobody had to tell us this. My father, mother didn't have to tell me this. I just came up on 100 racks. I don't want to lose this. I'm 10% away from an M.
Yeah.
It's my mindset. I'm still living in an apartment. My apartment, $1,100 a month.
Yeah.
When I made my first million, I stayed in an apartment, $1,100 a month. I said, looking at social media today, you give one of these guys $1 million?
It's over.
Oh, man.
It's over.
It's over. Like, it's over.
That
Like,
shit going like this.
Yeah, like, it's gone. And I know so many people who came up during the pandemic thought they was going to have it forever. Thought like, man, selling courses is easy. Doing this is easy. Doing this is easy. And I always thought how you thought. Build something sustainable for years. Forever. And always kind of think that you can lose it all. In a weird way, I tell people, panicking and acting like you're broke. Every day I kind of somehow pretend that I'm broke and it makes me grind harder.
Okay.
I don't know if you think the same way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? I don't know if I think broke. I think I'm not going back. You understand what I'm saying? So
That's kind of what I'm trying to say, yeah.
Right. So anybody I know from the hood, any nigga from the hood, I tell them, yo, don't hang your head because you got the tools to survive. And this is what I mean. I knew how to stretch hot dogs for a week, 1 pack. I know how to live below my means, right? So when the money start coming in, don't lose that. You just maintain that until you get to a place where now you can continue to invest and grow and grow and grow. But we use this John. Man, I ain't never had nothing, so when I get something, I just want to be able to, and now you don't got it no more. But if you use those survival tools, that shit'll get you from 1 to 2 to 3 to 100, right? And then you can do those things you always wanted to do, right? But getting to that point, that's tough. It's tough, you know what I mean? Because who don't want them sneakers? Who don't want that car? Who don't want, you know what I'm saying? Who don't want these things? Everybody wants these things. But you gotta see past your nose. So I commend you for that, for having that mentality. Like, yo, you know, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna take my steps. I'm gonna trust my process. There's no way around that. It's like building a house. We just went to my house, right? Suppose I started with the roof. How long that motherfucker gonna stay in the air?
Yeah.
You gotta have that foundation.
Right.
Then you gotta build that first floor. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta brace them walls. Then you gotta build, everything's a process. But we in such a fast-paced time right now. Everybody chasing feelings. I told my wife last night, I said, damn, babe, it's like everybody's chasing feelings and moments. Nobody's building anything anymore, right? It's like I want to hurry up and get to the moment so I can show the moment because I like how that makes me feel when people see this moment. And then when the moment's over, you back to chasing another one, but nothing's being built. It's like building things is boring now, but that's what wealth is. That's what sustains you. You gotta build it.
So I do got another one because I feel like the culture needs to hear this too. I see this in you, and I thought it was very smart and strategic. You bought the house on the bluff. Not only did you buy the house on the bluff, you bought a lot of properties in the bluff, took care of the communities in the bluff. There was one more step you did that a lot of people miss.
What was that?
Politics. Knowing your mayor, knowing who signs off where, knowing where the auctions are, knowing where. Can you talk to us about how important it is to get involved in your community when it comes to real estate?
Yeah.
Politically.
When I say understanding the politics around your neighborhood and your city is so important. Man, that might be one of the most pivotal steps I made in my growth, right? When I came into this, because I didn't know that when I moved to this neighborhood. Again, I was young. I'm just buying property, you know what I'm saying? What happened was they were saying something about neighborhood association meeting. So I went to the neighborhood association meeting and just met people. And as I was, moving around, I met the council members, right? Then before you know it, I'm meeting people that work in different positions in the city, things like that. And those are the meetings and those are the people that make the decisions around your neighborhoods and your communities, right? So you want to have a say-so in that. You want to know what's going, what's coming, right? Because that helps you from a real estate standpoint. That helps you understand what your investments are. If it's worth investing in this area, if it's not worth investing, what's coming next, things like that. Those decisions are made with the politicians, with the council members. Those are made in your neighborhood associations. Those are made at the zoning board meetings. Those are made all in the city. Those annual budget meetings are telling you where stuff happens, right? Where money's going. All of those things, you have to know that. It's no coincidence that, again, a lot of other cultures hug those buildings. They hug those government buildings because that's where your information is. You know what I mean? I had a councilman, he died, Councilman Young, may he rest in peace. He was a guy who actually lived a couple blocks up. And I would take him to lunch and we would just talk. And I would just ask him how things work in government. How do things work in, this, and what is this? And he would teach me stuff. And I would always take him to lunch until I learned things. And I said, damn, okay, so this is what happens, right? The government is where the money moves. That's where the money, they move, that's how it works.
I learned that when I went to and you've had Andre Dickens at this house, correct?
For sure.
Andre Dickens is the mayor of Atlanta.
First of all, Andre Dickens is a friend of mine. He's a good guy.
Even before he was the mayor?
Yeah, when he was council member. Like I go back probably, I want to say 2014, 2015 with Dre, I want to say.
Yeah, he ended up following me on Instagram.
Yeah, Dre, he's a good guy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I like good people with high character. You know what I mean? So mayor, no mayor, he's a high character guy. And I respect that. I highly respect him for that. And anybody else that's a good high character guy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely. He's been here. We've been in multiple, a part of multiple things together. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Even before him, Mayor Reed, great guy.
Justine Reed.
Man, Mayor Reed, I'm talking, he's another great guy. You know what I mean? So I
actually, Shirley Franklin as well.
Shirley Franklin is from North Philadelphia, for the record. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Okay,
You know what I mean? That's one of North Philly's finest.
Yeah.
But I didn't know her I knew of her. I met her before, but I didn't know her like I know Mayor Dickens and Mayor Reed. You know what I mean? I didn't know her like that. You know, she's older than me. She was before Mayor Reed. But again, sweet lady. You know what I mean? Sweet lady.
And they can be mayor for how long? There is no term value to marriage.
2 terms, 8 years. You can do 2 terms consecutively, then you got to stop, and then you can run again if you want.
Oh, so you can do consecutively 2 terms.
Yeah.
And then you gotta let somebody else have a chance.
And then you can try to come back and run again.
And every how long is it?
4 years.
Oh, so it's just like the government.
Just like the president.
President, yeah.
Right.
President. Okay.
Just like the president. Right. So yeah, but politics, and I tell people that all the time, go in these rooms. I don't care if you don't know shit. I didn't know shit. I went in a room and I listened. Left the room, studied on what I heard. Came back the next time, I was able to have a small conversation, but I listened. Went back, you know what I'm saying? Go back, but you gotta find yourself in these spaces, right? You gotta get out that comfort zone, find yourself in these spaces.
I gotta talk to the mayor of East Point pretty soon about.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
About that, right? And I think that'll be an easy conversation for you. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a real easy conversation.
I think
for
so
you.
too. Yeah. I'm not afraid of that conversation.
Yeah, but you have to be able to be in those spaces right there. You have to. That is pivotal. A lot of people duck that wreck, but it's a lot of information in that.
I'm glad I asked you that. Cause
that's a good question.
People miss that step too, and we're afraid of it. We were afraid of the banks. We're afraid of politics. So what I'm trying to do is show people who have participated in this. And you even say there are challenges, even to both.
Yeah.
And you face those challenges.
Man, you talking about a nigga who, I don't come from none of that pedigree. You know what I'm saying? So I really had to humble myself and learn how to move in these rooms. Right? Coming from the streets of Philadelphia, dog, you learn how to read rooms, you know what I'm saying? And you learn how to adapt. And that's what I had to do. I had to adapt. So, but I didn't know. I didn't go into none of this shit knowing none of this. I learned as I went. So that's why I'm big on like, just go for it. Just go. I didn't know nothing. I didn't even know a soul. Like I didn't know nobody. That's why I met people along the way. But I was wise enough to know, shut up until you know some shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I am now. Like I'm learning to definitely just listen, because at the end of the day, yes, I got money, but that doesn't mean I know everything.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You
That's
see,
important.
I'm asking you
That's
questions.
important.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like a lot of young guys, they'll get some money, feel like they better than everybody.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you got money, but it's more to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have more money. Too much money ain't enough money.
Yeah.
So I look at it as, I know stocks, but I don't know real estate, and I'm interested. And you can't knock somebody hustle even if you don't like their hustle. Sometimes it's like you got to learn what is your hustle. So I'm asking questions about their hustle, and it's people who want to know about mine. But yeah, I feel like I asked a lot. Like, is there any other points that you would like to touch on?
Man, I just, I'm gonna be honest, dog. I watch a lot of people do a lot of talking about, money, right?
Right.
And when people say, oh, money isn't everything, I understand it's tough because when people don't really have a lot of money, it's hard to really see that far, right? But I would always encourage people, right, to just really look at themselves and understand just how valuable they are. You know what I'm saying? Dog, and I say that because I've been on both sides, right? The most purest people, because I come from nothing, we ain't have money, we value love, character, you know what I mean, things like that. When the money comes, you ever hear people go, man, it was better when I was poor. You ever heard people say that, like, man, it was like, man, my life was better when I didn't have no money, right? What they really saying is their value system was different, right? They were amongst people where it was about love. It didn't have nothing to do with a dollar.
Exactly what they're saying.
That's what they really saying, right? So I always encourage that, like, never lose that, right? Never lose that part. So many people I know, they get bread, they isolate themselves. They forget where they come from, right? And it don't always mean you gotta be running around in your neighborhood, right? But guess what? You come from Cleveland Avenue, right?
Right.
All right, watch this. Coming from Cleveland Avenue, we know Roselle Fan down the street, right?
where I played football
You played Roselle Fan, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? A lot of niggas growing up ain't have cleats. What is it gonna cost a nigga from Roselle Fan to say, yo, I got all the cleats for everybody this year? You ain't gotta be there, but you ain't forget where you come from. Guess what? No matter how high you get, you understand that it might be a team of young boys that they can't afford cleats, right? It might cost you $5,000 to make sure they got cleats, right? Why? Because you might have been one of them niggas who didn't have them, or one of your best friends didn't have them. That's not forgetting where you come from. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
We can never lose that. We always gotta be accessible in some way, right? And when you keep them values, dog, you just live better. I sleep good at night, man, because no, I'm not the richest nigga. I didn't strive to be the richest nigga, right? I just wanted to have enough of me and mine and be able to give back to young motherfuckers like you and yours and be around and be a pillar, things like that, right? I take my family on world tours. We go out of town months at a time. My kids go to school, they enjoy themselves. You know what I'm saying? I answer my phone, y'all call, hello, what you need? I got information for you. I just never forget where I come from, man.
So I want to ask you this. You're a loving, giving man.
Yeah.
How do you make it to where people don't take advantage of you? How do you say no?
I say no, just like that.
So if you just don't want to give it, it doesn't matter if you got it.
Yeah, I say no, because I can't do everything for everybody, right? I get to decide where I can, you know what I mean, come in and do what I want to do for people, things like that. I get to say no. You know what I'm saying? I don't run from that. No is a great word. It's a great word. It's like, no, I ain't gonna be able to do that. Not this time. I ain't gonna be able to handle that one.
I'm gonna say not this time.
Yeah, not this time.
I like that. I gotta
maybe
write that
maybe
down.
next time. Things like that. Because people gonna ask you. People gonna ask you, but no, like.
That's a better no, not this time.
Yeah, not this time. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Not right now.
I always gotta ask every OG the same thing is, how do y'all deal with family entitlement? Because it's easy to say no to people not family. When it's family, you get what I'm saying? That one is, no matter who you are, that's hard.
So
It gets easier over time though.
I'm gonna give you some real shit about that. You're gonna take losses with your family.
For sure.
You're gonna take losses.
What do you mean losses? Because I don't give them anything I couldn't lose.
So here's what I mean. Family gonna need things. Family gonna ask you for shit, for ideas. Family gonna ask you to do this. Family gonna ask you to borrow money. They're not gonna give it back to you.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say like, that comes with the territory. That's the intro package of having a couple dollars. Your family's gonna burn you, right? Now, back to what I'm saying. It's for the person to decide what's more important, that money or my family, right? Just because I'm not giving you no more money don't mean you're not my family, dog. We still the same. Take the money out. We used to watch football, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We still hang, we still go grab a grub. We gonna do all that. But just because you burnt me, you might owe me $25,000. I'm not fucking with you because you owe me $25,000. It's expected for you to burn me. You're just not gonna burn me twice. That's my advice for anybody who asks me that question. You're gonna get burnt by your family, dog.
For sure.
That's it. Just don't get burnt twice. You know what I'm saying? And
But
the thing is,
you're not gonna allow people to live off of you like.
no.
Because
No.
you know, of course we had to deal with that. Like, it's some people who really believe like, okay, we like the lifestyle you live in, okay, we need a vacation too, or we need a house, we need this. And I'm like, well, and we had to realize once we got a house, okay, somebody gotta cut that grass. It don't stop there. And if you poor and you can't maintain
it.
then somebody gotta cut that grass. If the AC blow, we gotta replace it. If this and that, you know what I'm saying? So it's deeper than just buying you a house. I gotta make sure, I gotta maintain it.
You gotta maintain this whole thing.
I gotta
You
furnish
gotta-
it.
You gotta do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I gotta maintain it.
You gotta do that.
And I gotta furnish it, because you don't have the means to furnish it at all. And I need you to be healthy. Because I can't take care of people who are always in the hospital. Because
right.
there's no point in getting you the house. I'd rather invest in your health. So it's like, you know, of course we deal with that, but being so young, it does suck, because it's like, we be like, damn, we got our kid's birthday, but we don't want to invite family because they might ask for something.
Well, see, I'm gonna tell you something though.
Yeah.
You gotta, You got to get over that. This is what comes with it. You can't avoid it, right? You can avoid it, but just understand that you also missing that precious time with your family.
That's the part that I'm saying, like deep down inside, that's what hurts is
You understand?
avoiding them so they don't ask me for something, but then I'm like, damn, I want to be around you. You know what I'm saying? Just because you fam.
But watch this. Look what's keeping y'all apart. Money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because now you take the money out, it's regular. The money is the thing. And what I'm saying is you get to pick and choose how you distribute your money, your success. That's your decision. But that's separate from family, right? I'd rather be, you ever been mad at your brother, right?
Right.
You can be mad at your brother, but if somebody go outside and put his hands on him, you about to go out there and fight with your brother.
For sure.
Ain't got nothing to do with the fact you was just mad at him in the house.
Right.
Same thing with money, right? I'm sorry, dog. I ain't got it for you. I get calls all the time. Yo, let me borrow this. Let me borrow that.
They know you got it though.
Everything in them know I got it. but I don't got it for what you trying. I ain't got that, dog. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said before, now, I might get a call from a family member. They might ask me for 50 G's. I might go, no, I'm not giving you no 50 G's because it don't make no sense. No, right? But let their son ready to go to college. I can't wait to help. You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
me,
It's
yeah.
different. I get to pick and choose how I do this.
That's what they need to understand about me. It's not about what it is, it's about the principle. Like, I had someone like, hey, he has prom. I'm like, you take care of that. That's prom. You get what I'm saying? Oh, he graduated? Sent him $2,000.
There you go.
You get what I'm saying?
Excuse me,
Yeah.
for sure. But that's your decision. But again, all I say is, let's not forget our values, right? Because this money shit ain't real. It's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But it's not real when it comes to what matters, dog. You know what I mean? If I need a lung, if I need help, my family coming, dog. They coming, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, they coming. So I always, and I don't always talk to my family. I don't always talk to my cousins. I don't always talk to everybody, right? But I'm always a call away. If you need me in many capacities, you can count on me. But if I don't want to give you no money, I'm just not giving you no money. And if you mad at me, you'll get over it. But nigga, the Eagles come on at 1. What time you getting here? You know what I'm saying? Because you still my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. So, I
can take that advice though. I ain't gonna lie, like I'm the type, care if it was who it is, I'm gonna cut you off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. But see, guess what? Even in that, even if it's justified, right?
Right.
Let's say something happened to them. Now you feel like dog shit. You feel like dog shit because what's inside you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, look, it's okay to say no. And eventually, and over time, people will accept the fact that you say no, right? I'm on the list with a lot of my family. Like, I ain't call that nigga for nothing. I love that list. I love it. I love that list, right? Because you're gonna figure it out. I'm not your Jesus, right? I pray to Jesus. I pray to God. You need to do the same thing I do. Nah, real shit. Because if I'm not that for you. You gotta let Jesus work with what you got going on, right? That's just my faith, right? So, no, dog, I can't. You know what I mean? Now we go on a trip. I'm not tripping. Sometimes I want to see my family smiling. I want y'all to come.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's what am I doing it for, right? Like, that's the point. But no, bro, I'm not. I could tell somebody no at 10 o'clock in the morning and say, yo, at 12:30, we got motherfucking fish on the grill. What time you gonna be here? It's two different things. It's two different things, dog.
It takes a lot of maturity to
does.
get to that point.
It does.
Takes a lot of, because, the pride kicks in and you feel tried and you feel used. And you know what I'm saying? Like, those feelings are the feelings that I personally feel is the tried and the used and okay, any and everything you expect me to pay for. And at some point, you're gonna create problems for me to pay for. Or you're gonna come up with ideas like, oh, I need a new or I think I don't like the whole like, don't call me 10 times about something. You get what I'm saying? That you could pay for yourself. Or if I seen you go on vacation.
And then how the saying go? What they say?
You play with your money.
But you serious with mine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for
Is that
sure.
what they say? Right.
Yeah.
But everything you're describing comes with family, bro.
For sure.
You can't, that's what I'm trying to say to you. I'm trying to say to you, let's just say I've been around long enough with a little piece of change to know that that's what come with family, dog. That's what.
Man, you know what's so funny? Fly said the same thing, and I'm like, bro, why do y'all say it come with it?
No, it come
like
with
when
it.
I bought that building and people was hating, he was like, he called me, he was like, listen, no, we was at the shooting range, and he was like, it come with it,
It
the hate.
come with it, dog. You know how many times me and him used to sit around and just talk about shit that come with?
Yeah.
We young, we got money, we ahead of our time as far as our generation. This come with it. You know what I'm saying? It come with it. Because here's what happens. Before you had $1, everybody was figuring life out. Now you got money, nobody can figure their life out no more.
Exactly.
Right? Well, it ain't that they can't figure it out. They just gonna try you till you tell them you can't try me no more. That's it. I don't love you no less. I just ain't got no money for you. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Oh, my money tied up. Oh, that's a killer. My money tied up. That's an uppercut. That's my joint right there.
Oh.
Oh, my money tied up.
I'm doing not this time and my money tied up.
My money tied up.
That's gonna be my next.
I got something brewing. I got something brewing, dog.
Nah, not this time, bro. I got this shit going on.
I got shit going on.
Yeah.
What's somebody gonna say? No, you not. You lying?
Yeah.
No, clearly.
But you know what the fucked up part about it is? I gotta post my stock account to promote my business. So they see that shit and be like, nigga, that shit's 100,000.
Yeah,
like,
but that's in your portfolio.
Yeah.
That's working. That's not fun. That's not. No.
They don't understand
Because if I pull that
though.
out, I gotta pay taxes on that.
They don't understand that part. Like,
They understand that with no.
Like, and then you don't have time to explain that to them. Like, okay, look, I just bought this building. I just stock portfolio. I just literally paid for this vacation. I gotta re-up. They don't want to hear all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I only got time to explain that. Like, this is my shit.
No.
And you know, and then I remember somebody asked me to pay for prom, and I was like, let me get it straight. You're poor, and you want me to give you $3,000 to blow on prom. When I was going to prom, you know what I did? I got me a motherfucking suit from in warehouse, rented that shit for $200. Got dropped off at prom, danced with girls.
That's right.
That's what we did. Had a ball.
That's right.
So now these kids want a Sprinter van with smoke coming out that motherfucker and a photographer and this and that. And I said, let me get it straight. You're about to go to school, you're poor, and you want me to give you $3,000 for prom? Why don't you spend $300 on a suit? You don't need that.
There you go.
You can ride somebody else shit.
But you see your opportunity though. Your opportunity is, you ask me for $3,000. Oh, I'm gonna itemize what I want to spend on. So guess what? I might not tell you no, but I got your suit.
That's what I did. I was like, here's $500.
There you go.
Be fresh.
I'm good. Have it your way.
Exactly.
You did your part.
Well, he came up, but he got mad at me because he's
not your
telling
problem.
everybody at school, oh, I got this brother who on Instagram. He's getting privileges for this.
Not your problem.
You get what I'm saying?
Not your problem.
Exactly. That's what I told him. He was like, well, I didn't brag to everybody that you was going to do it. And I said, this is going to be your lesson. Don't you ever do that again.
not your
Don't
problem.
you ever brag on another man's dime.
Not your problem. Yeah. But you did your part.
Yeah.
You made a contribution.
I did.
You know what I'm saying? And that's that. You know what I mean? One of my family members might call me, they might need $10,000, and it might be some serious shit. Guess what? I got $2,000 for you, come get it. I got something on it. You know what I'm saying? I got something on it for you, dog.
Right.
That's how that go. But we can't turn our backs on our families, not for no money, dog.
Have you always wanted to invest in stocks, learn the stock market, interested in trading to earn another stream of income? Let's just say the average person in America makes $20 an hour. That's only $160 after an 8-hour shift. With my best-selling option trading beginners course, 6-step process to being a profitable trader, free books, And you even get to watch videos of me teaching celebrities like DC Young Fly from scratch. I can cut your time to make $200 plus in a day in just 1 to 2 hours. Don't believe me? Check out these gangs of accounts from different people that I help flip their accounts 100%. Yes, that means double the money in their accounts for only $35. You get the best beginners course, 1 week access to my world famous trading signals. I have an 85% win rate already this year, 30 plus hours of additional training, a library of free books, a free beginners Q&A session with you at the end of the week via Zoom link. And I meet up with my community at all the major cities in America annually. You're basically in free because the return on investment I'll give you for only $35, just $5 a day, will 10x. Think about it. If the world shuts down again like the 2020 pandemic, how will you survive if your job decides to lay you off? All of these robots are taking our jobs, but they can't take the stock market. This stream of income could be earned while at home, no boss, and no behind kissing. Tap in. Link in the description, or I'll pin the link in the comments. Keep watching.
On some real shit though, you know, you want to be around. You don't want to have a bunch of money and a bunch of new faces all the time.
That shit suck.
You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people that's in their 50s and 60s that if they can go back, and that's how I learned that same shit, man. Like, yeah, they got everything a person could want, you know what I mean, monetarily, all the tangible shit, but they can't even call their childhood homie to pull up on them. You know what I'm saying? They can't even bust it up with their cousins, or, you feel me? And it's like, damn, like, yeah, I know you got a lot of people around you because of where you are today, right? But it ain't nothing like, you know, the sandbox people, your family, shit like it's not.
I still got them guys.
It's nothing like that. You know what I mean? And I just never, you know what I mean? I never want people going back to like, I had to learn this shit, bro. Like, nobody tells you what comes with money. Nobody tells you that. You gotta learn that shit as you go. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn that shit, bro. Like, no, I want to be around my folks. I don't care if, I mean, my aunt passed away, man, and I hadn't seen a lot of my aunts and uncles for like at least 6 years. Man, I went to the funeral, and afterwards we went to the house, and to just be around my family, dog, it was like, damn, like, yeah, I hang with the motherfucking who's, and I hang with these people, and motherfuckers pull up on me, and I'm a big wig to a lot of people, but to just be around my aunts where I'm just Lil Cliff, you know what I'm saying? And to just listen to everybody talk and just hang, and dog, like, that shit mean more than any of this shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? And as we get older, I'm telling you, like, that's what fuels us. That's what fuels us, dog. Everybody be like, damn, Cliff, you be at the crib, you know what I mean? I love how you be with your family. Nigga, that's the realest thing I got. You know what I'm saying? The realest thing I got is my family. That money go like this, dog. You know what I'm saying?
It do, yeah.
Listen, you know what I mean? Like,
it do.
The realest thing on earth is my family, dog. You know what I mean? And every now and again, I get motherfuckers like y'all come through, want to learn some shit, want to dialogue a little bit. You know what I mean? When I go home to Philly, I get with all my big bros and my sisters and everybody. That's my reality. Everything else is an illusion.
Yeah, I be telling my wife this. I be like, I feel like once you realize where shit triggers from, like me, I personally got abandonment issues.
Okay.
Meaning, like,
I understand that.
You get what I'm saying?
I can
so
really
like,
understand that.
You get what I mean?
So
it's like, I be on some shit like, okay, if these people walked out of my life, it's hard for me to, like, even though, like, for instance, like, I distance myself from a lot of people because I have a strong disbelief that, you know, people will be real for a long period of time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I don't want them to feel like I'm chasing them. You get what I'm saying? Because if you ever was trying to, you know, extend your hand to somebody and they didn't reciprocate, and then that feeling make you like, okay, I ain't gonna extend no more.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like now you be
sure.
on some fuck everybody shit.
Yeah.
And I recently experienced a lot of that. Like, man, fuck it. Like, I'm rich, fuck everybody type shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, and you get to that point because it's like a lot of shit coming at you at once. You got entitlement, you got haters, you got all this shit. So it's like, you know, it's like, well, shit, that's how it is. Fuck everybody type shit.
And you gotta lean into
family.
your family, dog.
But I lean into my wife and kids. That's what I do.
There you go.
You get what I'm saying?
You have to.
Yeah.
You
I
gotta lean into
even
them.
talked to Vic about it. And I was like, what do you do during the time where
And what did Vic say?
lean into your family?
You lean into your family,
He
dog.
said that.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you do.
And he said, take a damn nap.
Yeah. Slow down. I agree
I
with
was like,
that.
you're right, because after that ass whooping, that nap, the best shit.
I agree with that, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You lean into your family. Because that's the only thing that's real, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, we could sit, man, you know what I mean? Niggas I sit with, dog, or I encounter, they really trying to figure out how they angle with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't really about me. They don't give a fuck about me. They give a fuck about what they can get from me or what they can get out of me or how I can help them get to the next level, not to turn around and reciprocate, but to go on their mission, right? So that's why I go, yo, we gotta identify what's real. What's real, bro? Like what's, you know what I mean? I don't know too many guys. I know a lot of successful guys, but our dialogue is, yo, how's your family? How are you though? Later for all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I understand what's real, bro. Other shit, dog, that come and go. You know what I mean, dog? One thing about it, your wife and your children, dog, they the ones that's gonna need you. They the ones that's gonna fuel you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They the ones that you have an obligation to. So, you know, all that other shit, dog, that shit ain't real, bro.
It's not.
Shit ain't
Yeah,
real,
like I had to realize that too. Even now, like I don't like to go around places, and it's not cause like people be like network, and I had to realize, cause even Nick Cannon said this. I'm like, that networking shit ain't it. What it really is, after a point of time, yes, you got to network, but you got to build the respect level on your end. Some people spend more time networking than building their own shit.
And building their own shit.
You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
And I just believe in 80% my shit, and then that time that I get, it gotta be real free time. But like even now, like I be telling guys, they be like, why you know? I'm like, bro, I'm working on my shit. I know you don't see it, but you know what I'm saying, that's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be everywhere, and I don't have to be around every celebrity. I don't believe in that. You get what I'm saying? I don't believe my value is who I take a picture next to. I believe my value is
your execution.
Exactly.
That's right. That's what your value is, how you execute, right?
Because at the end of the day, I got a goal to make this per month. Taking a picture next to him or being at the BET Awards or this and that, not gonna make that. What's gonna make that is the work I put in myself. And if I get it myself, they can't take it away from me.
That's right. Nobody can take it away from you.
So I always tell guys that, like, you gotta work on something people can't take away from you. That's where the real wealth, pride, and dignity come from.
That's right.
You feel me?
That's right. That's right. Oh man, like I said, brother, I even like you and Lil Sis, I like how y'all a unit. You know what I mean? That's another recipe to success, right? Being on the same page, moving forward together, things like that, dog. Like the sky is just the view. It is nowhere near the limit, like Jada Kiss say, dog. Like y'all out of here. I always say it. I tell my wife like, oh, they out of here. You know what I mean? Justin, same thing. Well, they out of here.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's refreshing for me to see it, right? It's refreshing for me to see it, and you know, I'm proud of y'all, man.
Appreciate it.
I just think, you know, we can never, ever, ever forget what's real, dog. You know what I mean? And we always got to be a reminder to the people after us. You know what I mean? I would encourage you, swing by Roselle fan, dog.
I should. I
And
did
not,
it.
and not to say, yo, put my face up here, you know what I'm saying? But to do it, dog. You know what I mean? Cause I don't even get into the things I do as far as like, you know what I mean? Things from Philly here, the things I help people with, things I'm a part of when it come to that, cause that's my obligation, right? But I'm saying that because all it take is one. That's all it take. It just take one, dog. One dude used to dribble down the basketball down our street and go to the playground every morning. Rasan Ames is his name. I never forget him. That basketball going up the street to the playground turned into him getting a college scholarship. I didn't know you can get a college scholarship playing basketball when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? But me seeing that planted the seed in a whole bunch of us saying, we can go to college one day. All we gotta do is shoot this hoop. And that's what ended up happening. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
For all of us. But it was just one little seed planted. You know what I mean? So sometimes that's all it takes. It's like, yo, show up. Yo, what? Damn. Oh yeah, them joints sponsored by Aristotle. Oh yeah, well what he do? Oh, he trade. Well, what's that? You know what I'm saying? All right, now we open their minds up. Just by swinging by, because you don't forget where you come from. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta be a pillar. You ain't gotta be in the rec centers all day, but you always wanna touch them. You wanna touch them, because that's who we supposed to be. That's why we got it. I got this saying, I say, God knew who to get the money to. You feel what I'm saying? He knew who to get the money to.
I said that when I made money. I said, you couldn't have gave this money to anybody better. Because I done every year, like even this year, even after I bought the building cash, I still gave $25K back to the community.
You understand what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like last year, I went on Cleveland Ave at the Kroger on Cleveland in Metropolitan. Whoever showed up, I bought them a pair of shoes.
There you go.
And gave them some money, backpack, school supplies. Freed a lot of guys out of jail.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of young boys out of jail. I would give $10,000. I didn't even know I was doing that. I would just donate to this to this academy called Next Level Boys Academy. You heard of them?
No, I haven't.
So it's a program owned by a dude named Gary Davis, and basically he goes and pleads to the court to lower sentences if the kids can come to his program and get mentorship.
That's strong.
And it worked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Lil Baby a part of it, Killer Mike a part of it, and I've been doing it since 2020. And I would just give $10,000 on the low. And I didn't know that he was using that to free the guys. And he was like, I ain't never told you this, but every time you dropped off that 10 racks, I've been doing this since 2020. I was freeing people with your shit. You get what I'm saying?
That's right.
And then like, I be feeling like when I be giving back that money, that's what keeps me wealthy.
That's the key. Seed time, harvest time. You plant seeds. You know what I'm saying? You plant seeds. That's what that does. Let me ask you a question, though. You ask me all these questions. Let me ask you a question. What's your goal?
With what?
In general, what's your goal? What's your ultimate goal?
With that building and that project that I'm doing.
In life.
In life?
There you go.
Live long enough to see my grandkids and leave a legacy and wealth and be the, not only for my grandkids, but my community, everybody, be the pillar to them not only becoming financially literate, but good people and, you know, being an example of staying in my kids' life. And I would say that would be my goal, is to make sure that financial literacy is a part of the Black community. And I felt like if I could attack this city in general, Atlanta, the hub, the Wakanda of Black people around the world, even when I go to Africa, I say I'm from Atlanta. I heard of that. You see what I'm saying? Globally known. So if I attack this city, you go to LA, you go anywhere, it's a respect level for this city. And I also realized like now it's Black Hollywood. So now everybody watching us. So I said, I gotta be the example here. Come up with this project that's going to be something. And then I plan on franchising it in Houston, but with my own money. You get what I'm saying? Cause I got it. So I'm striking while the iron hot. But if I had to say that's what my goal is to just make that stamp, that real stamp. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it takes a facility, because these online courses and all that, everybody don't trust online. But if I could walk in and go see it for myself, I can go see credit, I can go see real estate, I can go see stocks for myself. You know, I just feel like that's going to be legendary. It's never been done before. And just to invent things that actually help people bring nostalgia back, like actually going outside, you know, touching the people, having these moments. You know, I got so many big ideas I just don't speak on. I got real life $1 billion ideas, but my goal is to be a billionaire, but because Not necessarily, but if it happens, it happens. But the philanthropy I want to do, I know what type of stuff I'm going to do. You see what I'm saying? So the more money I make, the more I can give back, the more I could create these facilities, the more I could do these things. You get what I'm saying? Because my family taken care of. I bought my mansion cash. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Like, I got stocks. After that, now it's legacy from this point.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what it's about. And part of me sometimes be like, man, fuck this cloud shit. I'm done. I got this money. Fuck it. But then the other part is, God knows it's my heart that can do it. You get what I'm saying? It's my ideas, it's my heart, it's my drive that's going to really make a change in the black community. You get what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah, that's important. I always ask that, right? Because we move around so much, right? And we don't always identify what our goal is.
Generational wealth.
Right.
But yeah.
We don't always just go, this is what I want it to look like when I fold my tent. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I want it to look like.
That's what I want it to look like, and I want to make sure everything I do is in accordance to that.
I know I inspired a lot of people for sure. I know that, you know, I didn't know that that's what this was going to be. I just know that now I see that, dang, I inspired a lot of people. At first I was like getting mad at the copycats. And I realized, shit, I'm still getting my money.
Right. It's not affecting your paper.
It's not.
That's right.
And I can't get mad that I inspired people.
I come with it.
Yeah, so it's like, I'm learning a lot, you know.
28.
28.
Yeah, man, you're a baby, man.
Exactly.
You're doing damn well, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about money. I'm just talking about from a character standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're doing very well at 28.
I live by principles though, like, I vow to myself, and I felt like too, it's not only the money that drives the good luck and the wealth, it's the, cause I got health and I got my wealth. That is I feel lucky. You know what I'm saying? Cause God could have gave this drive, will, wealth, and health to anybody. He gave it to me, so I don't take that lightly. You know, so just even in that, I wake up grateful. I just feel like too, if God gives you, I remember when I was a kid, it was this thing in the Bible that said, don't bury your talents. And I look at all the talents God gave me and I said, I can't bury this, I can't bury that. And I live by certain principles, like I don't steal from people under any circumstances. Like I don't care what the situation is, no stealing. Like that's the principles I'm gonna lay with my kids, my son. I'm like, bro, I don't care if a dude got 100 racks cash, don't take $1.
Yeah, we don't steal.
Don't steal. You get what I'm saying? Cause that's bad karma.
Yeah, you don't steal.
I believe having good karma, like I don't steal, I won't snake anybody under any circumstances. Like, you my boy, girl off limits, everything, nothing. Like, I don't care what it is, because I don't want that on me.
Right.
Because I believe when it's time to pray, if I'm not good with karma, that prayer can't get answered. I got to go fix what I did first.
Okay.
And a lot of people miss that step.
Okay.
When it comes to those prayers you're asking for. You know what I'm saying? Did you fix what you did first?
Okay.
And because I don't do anything, I can pray clean.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying?
That's strong.
So I live by certain principles. Like, there's nothing anybody can say to me that's gonna put me down because I know I don't do anything. I haven't stole, you know what I'm saying? Everything I do is with integrity. I'm actually good at what I do. Anybody could join my program and see I have the highest win rate in the stock market, calling signals right now. Yeah. Still standing.
Oh no, you're a bad boy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a bad boy. Oh no, I'm watching. You're a bad boy. Again, man, as an old head man, you know, who just, you know, been where you are, young with money. You just know a lot of stuff that come with it. Kind of like I was telling you before with that first joint. I was like, yo, watch out for this. This how this come. You know what I mean? So I always just want to keep y'all sharp, man, and just kind of, you know, knowing what's valuable, dog. You know what I mean?
That was the first time I ever underestimated something I ever did. I thought there's no way buying this is going to get attention. I'm thinking like, when I do this project, that's where the attention gonna come from. Now it's a blessing and a curse. I made another 6 figures.
You said that.
Yeah.
Shot up, remember?
Yeah, I shot up.
I remember. Yeah.
But it was a stressful shot up.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't feel it. Because so much coming from directions, but I didn't realize you don't know hate until afterwards. And you're like, oh, they were just expressing themselves out of jealousy or out of, you get what I'm saying? It wasn't really hate. After a month.
It went away.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I was like, and I had to study that. And sometimes God preparing you, and then after that, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, shit, I don't want attention. Like, fuck that shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I was like, man, after I do this real estate project, this is my end goal, and then
man,
I'm fucking out.
They
like,
can't catch what they can't see, man.
woo.
They
And
can
people
never
like,
catch what
and
they
I don't
can't
see it
see.
as running. I see it as, okay, I got what I wanted. I gotta go.
Remember,
Yeah.
the goal, right?
Yeah.
What's the goal?
The goal is to raise my
for
damn
everybody
family.
else to know or for your goal?
Me.
That's the thing, right?
Me.
So when you say something like, well, how much you got? They ain't for everybody.
Exactly.
You understand?
I know that, yeah.
I know the goal, right? I know
Yeah.
where I'm at. I know, and I still got my goals.
Right.
Right? But again, that's even that's a thing. Like that's us wanting everybody to, you know what I'm saying?
I learned that
That's
a long
thing.
time ago, like, and that put me ahead. Nobody knew I had this type of business. Nobody knew my business was doing this well. I learned that 2 years ago. I was like, oh shit. When you tell people this is what you work, this is what you making, this is what you making per day, that breeds envy.
Yes.
It doesn't bring what you think it's gonna bring. But you see me with the RAR, you see I got this. I never showed my house. You get what I'm saying? Cause I just know not to. I live in a mansion. I don't show it, never will. And it's for my security and my family's safety. I was bringing in a lot of money, even for a long time. I never exposed that. Never said like, man, I done ran up this. And what it did was give me an advantage. It made it to where I was underestimated.
And now you got the power.
Exactly.
That's how that works.
I learned that but then I read the book 4 Day Laws of Power. Without me reading that book, it made me understand men better. Did you read that book?
Of course.
Of course, right? I didn't know how money hungry and power hungry men were until I read that book. I saw it in myself, but I didn't know, oh, that's every man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's natural for every man to want to rise to power. You get what I'm saying? It's even in the animal kingdom. The lion want to take out the king so he can have sex with all the women. These be his cubs.
There you go.
The gorilla.
There you go.
He want to take out the biggest guy.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Even in nature, they want to take out the biggest guy. So I'm like, damn, it's in our nature.
But again, and I told you this before when we spoke, enough is a thing.
Yeah.
Now, hear me. You have to identify your enough at some point.
You
You're
did
still
say that.
young. I told you that, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the killer. Those who don't identify their enough, they never gonna get off the track. They're never gonna be
It's
satisfied.
a hamster wheel.
You understand what I'm saying? My goal now, I'm well beyond my enough. I want to make 10,000 millionaires. Watch this. How can I ever lack if I got 10,000 people that I help make millionaire?
That's how I see it.
How can my grandkids kids lack if there's thousands of people who can say, man, I met a guy who showed me how to run up and change the trajectory of my family. You understand what I'm saying? Now it's a village. When you hear the Jews talk about what they believe in helping each other as a village. That's what that is, right? If I make you a millionaire, and her a millionaire, him a millionaire, him a millionaire, you know what I'm saying? And I got all these people around me, right, that's doing well in life. I lack for nothing.
Your kids won't either. They gonna take care of your kids.
What we
Crazy
what we
because
talking about?
Dr. Sebi, the legacy he left, his sons, he got 24 children.
Come on.
And they all can make an M from selling herbs.
Come on, bro.
By saying, I'm his son.
Come on, bro. Now, the Bible says, you want to leave an inheritance for your children's children. We think that's a dollar amount. That could just be from the blessings you passed along throughout your life. It comes back. It might not come back to you, it come back to them, and them, and them. You feel what I'm saying? But we wreck our brain on this dollar.
I believe that's gonna happen for sure. Like when it's all said and done, you know, when I die of old age, it's gonna be like how Dr. Sebi had it.
There you go.
But that boy Aristotle is the reason we know stocks. Aristotle came up with this. His children dropped some, oh, I'm an Aristotle lineage. They always good. They always taken care of.
No, that's legacy.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
Understand what I'm saying?
For
that's
sure.
Legacy.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and for real, like, I think it's a blessing I came over here and learned the stuff, because I told even Asia, I was like, they really taught me what real wealth was. Our wealth was cash. Who got the most cash? Saved. Now I understand it's about how much assets you have.
There you go.
And how much assets of money that you can get from the banks. Cause that is like that's the real wealth. Cash, not cash, but assets. You know? And assets that are returning money.
That's right.
So that's all I think now is like, okay, I'm gonna go broke for assets.
And you'll never be broke.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
You'll never
like
be broke.
I legit went broke. Like I spent all $9 million on shit.
Didn't go broke.
Didn't.
Nah, you didn't go
I
broke.
still got it, but
got it.
that motherfucker
That's
making me like whatever. And then
right.
just me buying that building drew so much attention that I didn't even understand what's coming. Great attention though.
And it's just the beginning though.
It really is.
It's just the beginning. And I told my wife, I said, yeah, it's gonna be multiple conversations I'm gonna have with these young fellas, because a lot of stuff coming. You know what I'm saying? Just always tap in though. You know what I mean? Just like I tell all my other young fellas that's doing well, man. Tap in. You uncertain? Put a call in. You know what I mean? Certain things that's gonna come, because even having other old heads, everybody walk different. You know what I'm saying? It's like a Vic. Vic young. Then he ran to money. Vic got all kind of experiences on that level, right? I couldn't give you game on Vic level of his life experience. I can only give you game on this level. You understand what I'm saying? It's so many, and I'm sure he and I have similarities as we get older with knowledge.
You know what's crazy though?
But you want to tap into all of them.
Every OG I ever met that I really like understood on like not only a deep and spiritual level, all had money in their 20s. The ones I couldn't understand were the ones who just got it in their 40s. It's like we have a disconnect, but the ones like you, Vic, Fly, who else? Even Pimpin' Ken, it's like, I understand this man, because he understands me. He's been in my position.
We've been there.
He know what it's like to have money young.
Yeah, it's lonely.
What?
It's lonely.
Yeah, so
Having
it's
money
like,
young is lonely.
I talked to a guy who just got in his 40s, and it's just an immediate disconnect. I don't know why, but it is. It's a envy. It's a
competition.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's still competing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you going here? He just getting his money,
Right.
The rest of us, we like this, like not money wise, but man, I'm chilling. Like
I done been there, done
come
that.
on, dog. Like I can tell you everything about that. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's a little more settling. I'm not in the we not running the same race.
Even Vic, very comfortable. Even you, the way you sit, very comfortable. The other guy, like, nigga, you doing what? You running my race, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's how it feels. Like, but with y'all, it don't feel like that. Cause Vic know, like, man, I done had $100 million contract.
We know what it's like. This,
I done had 20 million. I done had $1 million in the bank. I know how you feeling right now. Oh, that? Oh, this, that? And I just don't, I was like, I see what it is. Like, those are it's hard to really run across y'all.
Yeah.
Cause y'all so rare.
Yeah.
And then y'all so ducked off.
Yeah.
Cause y'all don't want attention no more. Y'all know what that was like. Y'all been there, done that. Y'all done with that shit. So, but when y'all see me, for some reason, y'all like, I for you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I respect that, because, and that's why I tell my community, believe it or not, I'm important, because these guys ain't, the ones who really got the information, they don't want to talk.
No, they not giving it up. They holding on it like this.
But they'll talk to me. And I'm like, once I saw that, I was like, wow, I'm in a very great position to where I could really, really make a stamp in a young black community, because I'm about to go talk to the people who really got the answers.
There you go.
It's a difference between marketing good real estate, doing good real estate. Some people don't have both, which is the front end and the back end.
That's right.
Some people got good back end, terrible at marketing.
That's right.
Some people are great at marketing. But
right.
when it's time to teach you how to really do it, you get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
That's right.
And I'm just one of those rare breeds who got the good front and back.
Both. That's right.
It's hard to get both
right.
though, it is.
Yeah.
It's hard to be charming and people likable and be about your business too.
Yeah.
So that's what we dealing with right now. We're dealing with great marketing.
And not a lot of execution.
See what I'm saying?
That's right.
But y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Aristotle. I kicked it with the OG Cliff. Now listen, I squeezed everything I could out of this interview because he said he ain't doing these no more. So I said, hey, I want every last pulp out of this orange. All right? I told him I made me some great freshly squeezed orange juice for this interview. All right, we talked about real estate. We talked about life, men, everything. Y'all really gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna go back and watch this because this, of course, is personal and favorite to me because, you know, I was kicking game with him before I made some big moves, so it's dope. God bless y'all, and we out, episode 10.
Oh, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Here's why you need to get this ebook right now. It is the best stock market ebook on the market. And to cater to you guys' short attention spans, everything I can't say on one page, I say in the video. So all you gotta do is click watch video, and it'll go straight to a video. What's going on, Mythbusters? Okay. Let's get this thing started. Let's get this thing you'll see that I'm talking about a lot. Is something we're always going to be doing in day trading, especially. Facebook users, click the link. Instagram users, you can simply comment the word book on any of my posts or under this post to get the link sent to your DM for the book. It is $24. It will literally teach you from A to Z how to get started. Let's get it.